of his house. I'm out of your house now. Like, go back inside and sit down and do whatever it is you do in there. Yep. And he's like, what are you gonna fucking do about it? And I was like, oh. And I fucking hocked a loogie right across his face and down into his shirt. And everyone fucking lost their shit. Like, talking about fucking video games and like really what.
Talking about video games?
He's a gamer. He's a big gamer. And he's still like a geek, to be honest with you.
What do you do for Playboy?
Playboy Mexico. I did a spread for them. So. If you guys want to see that, you can subscribe to my OnlyFans because it's all over that now. You know.
Like off topic. How many CCs did you get in your boobs? They look huge.
They're 525s. This is my second boob job. But my other 4.
She has like 5'10" in both sides.
Okay. Yeah, I like mine more natural. My other surgeries are primarily my hips. I had like a BBL. I had my ass done 4 times. So,
can you, like,
anyways,
not to be like a pervert, can you like show the crowd what your ass looks like?
Yeah, that's fine. Can you see? This is like the weird angle. So I kind of like put everything in my hips, so I'm like an hourglass.
Yep. Nice. Wait, lean the camera down like a tiny bit more. Your ass, like the bottom part of your ass, like off the camera.
I know, because my desk is too high.
There you go. Wow, that's nice.
But yeah. Anyways.
Damn, Myron. Damn.
That pay them way more than you make. And it's a word on the street. In Miami, that's why you don't step out.
Well, reputation.
You don't step out on the streets because people would fuck you up if you stepped out.
Okay, any
podcast to make.
Oh, okay, that was the second one. That was the second one.
So tell me a little like backstory. Oops. Tell me the backstory on like how you met Myron. I call him Myron.
The way you say his name is so funny to me. Because the first time I met him, when I called him out, he had me on the show. I kept calling him Melvin. I thought his name was Melvin, and like everyone was laughing, and I didn't know why, but I was just scrolling. Anyways, so I met him through Seeking Arrangements.
That's the thing. I mean, he's saying he banging all these girls, and I mean, Seeking Arrangements is kind of it's for men who want women. But they're willing to pay for a date, man. They're willing to pay some serious cash to sleep with these women. That's what it is. So it's kind of like prostitution in a way. I'm just being sugar babies, sugar daddies, go on that. And Myron trying to play like he's an alpha. You're doing things to get hated. Alphas are loved. Alpha men are loved by women. Okay. And Myron is doing things that it's just dumb.
Been in the sugaring lifestyle for 4 years now. It's been something that has helped me with my family and my lifestyle, and it's just accommodated. So I'm not ashamed of it. I'm extremely transparent about my lifestyle and who I am and what I do and whatever.
Yeah.
He messaged me, and of course, he's a younger, I suppose, decent looking from afar kind of guy, as opposed to the options, right? When you're on Seeking Arrangements,
there's a lot of old dudes
getting like old random dudes or no photos at all, right? So it was, he does it properly as far as, marketing himself where there's the right pictures with a dog, and he's got this big long profile that's like, all his successes and everything he's accomplished. And you're like, okay, this guy sounds, like he's halfway normal. And then you get to the part, my first thing is I go to the net worth. Like, I want to know what do you make every year? Because I do quite well for myself, right? Yep. And so I typically wouldn't necessarily, especially from that site, like spend time with someone that like wasn't going to help me elevate. Yep. You know what I mean? So I immediately was like, kind of like, yeah, whatever, I'm going to just leave it at that. But he had sent me this big long message. I'd have to go back and try and find him. I think I have him.
You can send messages. I'll put those up too.
I'll try. I hope I still have him. I definitely have his profile and everything screenshotted. I just hope he didn't go in and like block me because of everything that's happened. Anyways, it was an abrasive message, more so direct that I was outside the norm of what he's seen on there, and he knows I'm new to Miami, and it looks like I might live in his building, and we could make something fun happen, and he'd love to like introduce me and help me with my business, and like total sweet charmer, right? And I was like, okay, that sounds like a decent. If I don't end up having an arrangement with him, I could potentially have him as like part of my network here. I was 3 weeks living here, literally. And so I met. So he texted me when I gave him my number, and he was still trying to like put it in that direction, like we would have something. He kept flirting and asking for pictures. And for me, I'm like, look, usually it's like we're talking about like I use that site very strategically. You know what I mean? So he wasn't talking about like taking me to dinner or what an allowance would be or what kind of.
Okay, here's my thing, right? Myron tries to be this big alpha once again. Now, why are you always bringing up women that are strippers, IG models, maybe even porn stars? Maybe. Men that are like, say that alpha stuff, they can usually pick up women who are actually normal and do things for a living, you know what I mean? Not saying that she doesn't do anything for a living, but you're picking on these type of women come to the show, and it really isn't any growth with that show. It's the same rehearsed topics over and over again, but pick women that could actually argue with you, actually give you a challenge, actually debate you. And that's how the show will grow. And I see how this show is going down the tubes because he didn't listen to people that's actually in his corner, like authentic alpha. And a whole bunch of stuff is going on, especially with this ridiculous 20 false copyright claims and stuff like that. And these women are getting more bolder and bolder to disrespect you because they see through you and they know you ain't about anything.
His ideal situation would be he just like wanted, it was like normal dating. And I was like, this is weird. I don't do this. You know what I mean? I don't really care like what kind of dog you have until like we're further down the line or whatever. Yep. Anyways, long story short, I told him, I was like, well, I would like, I'm not going to keep talking. You haven't even asked me what kind of allowance I'm looking for. And this is kind of like wasting my time. I'm very direct. I was like, if you want to stay connected, whatever, let me know. Kind of just cut it. And then he immediately was like, allowance? What the fuck? What kind of allowance would you possibly want? Like, I immediately got offensive. And I told him, I was like, honestly, I've been used to getting like around 10K, anywhere from 8 to 10K.
Wait a minute. You get this chick from Seeking Arrangements and she asks for a fee and you bulk? You shirk from it? Marvin, you just more L's, Marvin. You don't even have L's in your name. You just getting these L's.
For the last 4 years, I'd say 2.5 years since I got my body done and stuff. And that's what works for me.
This is like off topic. How many cc's did you get in your boobs? They look huge.
They're 525s. This is my second boob job. But my other four.
She has like 5'10" in both sides.
Okay. Yeah, I like mine more natural. My other surgeries are primarily my hips. I had like a BBL. I had my ass done 4 times. So,
can you,
anyways,
not to be like a pervert, can you like show the crowd what your ass looks like?
Yeah, that's fine. Can you see? This is like the weird angle. So I kind of like put everything in my hips, so I'm like an hourglass.
Yep. Nice. Wait, lean the camera down like a tiny bit more. Your ass, like the bottom part of your ass, like off the camera.
I know, because my desk is too high.
There you go. Wow, that's nice.
But yeah. Anyways,
what's your ethnicity? Are you like Italian background, or what's your ethnicity?
I'm Armenian Italian. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he started getting kind of like rude, like offensive, like you're a joke, like how could you fucking think that you're worth that, and
That's because of you asking for money, which is what the site's for anyways. Okay.
Exactly. Like that. I don't get it. Why are you coming here to troll me when this is what it's for. You know what I mean?
Yep. I did another video.
Marvin is a freaking child, man. You're supposed to do this as a business, yet you're hurting your clientele. You know, you're making stupid. No wonder these women are clowning you. No wonder she felt like she could spit on you. You're so disrespectful, man. This is a business. Why would you even go near her into that type of environment and then expect not to pay no money? Yet you want her to be on your show. He's his channel's gonna get deleted. He may get deleted, it may not, but some tells me it may. It may. Who knows? But if it does, I can't say he didn't deserve it.
Did you hear about the whole Anna Quinn thing? There was like this Anna Quinn fitness, and he hit her up, he hit her up, and he's like, we should collab over fitness. And then he's like, well, I
can squat more than that guy. I don't know why he thinks he's fit. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
But he said to her real quick, he's like, oh, we can't collab unless we're dating. And she's like, what are you talking about? I never met you. She was like in Cali, he was in Miami. And he's like, well, basically, like, you're gonna have to like fuck me if you want to come on my show. He was saying stuff like that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Here's my thing is that Myron, he is nothing without the microphone in front of him or his phone in front of him. If you get that man, I've been in the elevator with him in our building like 7 times outside of being on that cast, and he literally just looks at me like he can't, his balls drop. He has no idea like what to say. He just stares at me, especially when I'm pretty for today. He'll just like stare at me and be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And then like other days when I'm looking like a hood rat, he'll just like, and I've said it like the last time I saw him in the elevator, I was like, we went viral. And I was just being like fucking cheeky, you know what I mean? And he just looked at me and he was like, yeah, and you're going to hear from my lawyer. And I was like, I can't fucking wait. Really, I can't.
What? So what happened? Okay, what happened after the allowance thing?
So sorry, I'll about it real quick. He then he was like, okay, I'm not gonna pay you an allowance, but fuck you, whatever. Asked me to come on the show though. He was like, it sounds like you have some great points. You're well spoken. You're a businesswoman. Come on and share your points with everyone. And I was like, okay, cool. I've been on like 4 podcast interviews, and it's primarily about like 1 or 2 people. Like it's more intimate, right? I get there and there's like 20 bitches there. And I'm like, why do you need my opinion if you have all these thoughts here?
And supposedly they're all like secret arrangement girls too. Like the way he hit you up is how he gets all the other guests too.
Well, yeah, that. And then now that they're growing their platform, though, that they are growing on Instagram and stuff like that, but they have a pretty bad reputation as far as like local girls. That's why they always have new girls, because no girls really want to come back. The girls that do come back are probably the ones that are sucking his dick. You know what I mean? So for me, I literally, when I went on there, though, and started asking my opinion, I told him, I was like, if you want me here, I need main seat. Like, my net worth is worth more than all these girls put together. So I deserve that platform. And if that's what you want, great. Anyways, we did that. I ended up verbally ripping this man apart, sharing my views as far as like him being extremely, I think he has resentment towards women for whatever reason.
I'm a dating coach too. And that's what I always pick on is that any guys that I know that are getting a lot of girls or getting hot girls, they love women. They don't have like this big like.
They know how to sweet talk us. Like I am an alpha female, but I am very submissive to the right man. Like I will go weak in the knees for a man that deserves it. You know what I mean? But when you come in with an ego that's bigger than your dick, no one wants to touch you because that's really, you know, you can miss me with it. So anyways, long story short, I kind of dove into him the first time I was on, and we had our little spat, and Fresh fell in love with me. Fresh is in love with me. He wants me to be his wife. He was like, I will give you whatever you want. I'll give you whatever you want. He's like, you can drive my Lamborghini every fucking day. I will just be with me. And I was like, what are you going to do? Like, go on the show and tell everyone you're dating the girl that, like, spit on Myron? Like, how is that going to work?
Wait, so he was, like, offering to buy you shit?
No, I wouldn't say he was, like, I'll give you an allowance or that kind of thing. It was more like, bro, I'll, like, give you the world if you be with me. Like, but on a serious level, like, where we're, like, in love and have a relationship or whatever it may be.
Yep, Fresh Prince is a simp. He's a simp. This chick works in Playboy models. She's look, that's what she does, but you can't have a relationship with a woman like this. You can't. It's not going to work. A serious relationship. It's not going to work. And Fresh and Fraud is just showing their asses. You see your coworker getting spit on by a chick and you're going to want to simp towards her, try to get with her. You see your partner getting spit on, and that's what you do? What happened to bros before hoes?
He's very smitten with me, and I have to say openly now, though, that I do think Fresh is a sweetheart. He's never been disrespectful to me. I think that's also because he's kind of a pussy, and he doesn't necessarily like. I'm sure he says things about me behind my back. Yeah. You know, I doubt Myron knows that he's tried to fuck me both times after each time I was on the show, and is still a big fan of mine. You know what I mean? And that's fine.
You know that Fresh is claiming that he's banging 1,500 girls a year.
Oh God, it's painful to watch this. Oh, it's so painful, man. Ooh, the pain. It hurts. I mean, she's just ripping them apart, man. And she don't even respect Fresh Prince. She doesn't. You see her spit. She don't respect no man or don't back up the homie. Business partners. You see your business partner getting disrespected by a chick like that. And the first thing you're gonna do is try to simp. And you say, listen, 1,000. Yep. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I would bet my left boob that's not the case. Definitely not the case. And he has no sex appeal. There's no game there. Like when you're in front of him, it doesn't matter how many followers you have on Instagram or how much money you have in your bank account. Yep. Really though, like, for me, if you don't have sex appeal, like there's no body language there and there's no like actual really good looks that you're like, I want to sit on this man's face. So where's the charm coming from? Just the clout and money? Yep. Ugh, you're not even really like famous and you're not a rapper or an athlete. So those are the only ones that really slide in there.
These guys pay for press releases. So they've got Fresh saying that he's.
Oh, I know they do. Oh, I'm fully aware that they paid for their verification. Huh?
They say Fresh is a rising music star, and that he.
Oh God.
What are you aware of that they pay for besides the press release stuff?
I know. That's how you get verified. So I think anyone who paid for their verification, or the press to get verified for that matter, never really did anything significant enough to get talked about in the first place. To get like someone to want to write an article about you, you know. And then there's paying for boosts on your YouTube channels. And they're using, for me, like it was so funny. I was watching the screen like dumbfounded in the beginning of our last interview because I'm looking at these comments coming in, and next to it is an amount these people are paying to fucking talk to these guys.
It's crazy, yeah. It's crazy. The theory goes is they built a platform like.
Live in a virtual. I literally was like, if you guys want to live in a virtual reality, go invest in the metaverse, please. Like, go get some NFTs and go live in the world where you can make money and actually, like, have value or something. But this is crazy. $500 to say something to, you know, because it'll go to the top, right? Anyways, they're using that money and they filter it through. And I think they've done it. I mean, from a business perspective, I do give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of press. They brought on all the right girls. They've got, you know, all the sluts, and they make fun of them. And half these girls are really easy to make fun of. So they're just setting themselves up. And I'm like, half of them I look at and I was like, they have some points that are, I agree. Because for me, I'm kind of a walking contradiction, right? I have a very successful real estate business and life coaching business for young women. By day, essentially, and then by night, I am an Insta-thought. You know, well, I guess I was. I just barely retired yesterday, but you know, and have the hot girl thing and the sugaring thing and the whole lifestyle of hustling men. But I'm also on that point where I have my own bag. You know, I want to be in mine, but his too. So like, I kind of see both points, and I have my own ideology that I've shared that I think is rationalized, and that's what he's like to depict every time I've been on there. Because for him,
see, this is the thing, man. The unfortunate thing about having the internet and these channels is like you have men that are just freaking lying about who they are. About you're not a dating coach. Don't try to be one, because dating coach, you have to interact with people and females. And females, once they figure you out, if you're on some BS, they will let the world know, especially if you're mistreating them. And they met the right one, because this woman has a head on her shoulders. You may not like what she does. I'm not comfortable with what she does, but I respect the fact that she has a head on her shoulders. She can stand up for herself, and she's putting Myron in his place and checking Fresh Prince CEO, because these guys are just frauds, and people like this, they don't get any respect. And like I said, you had authentic alpha that could help you. And the fact you have people you could have gotten mentored by and take notes, but instead you want to do it by yourself and saying all this stupid crap. These were the men that were really unattractive in their years, and they didn't want to work on themselves, so they took an easy way out. And now it's blowing up in your face.
It's absolutely unheard of. That how dare a woman of me demand something like that of a man when I don't bring you know what I mean? I really intimidate him. I really do.
Who, Myron?
Yeah, because I looked at it. So this last one, I looked at him and I was like, baby boy, I eat little boys like you for breakfast. You couldn't touch a woman like me. Like literally, you could ever in your fucking life would you ever be able.
That's the thing. Like, yeah. So I'm a dating coach, as I said, and I can spot this shit from a mile away. So I was the first one to call these guys out when they came on the scene. I made videos about them immediately. I was like, this is all bullshit. There's no way these guys are fucking hot girls. And this is right coming from a hot girl.
I'm sure they are getting some girls now because of the clout. I'm sure they are getting some girls now because of the clout. But are they my caliber? Hell fucking no.
But that's how it is. Like any of these guys that scam, they build like a house of cards, but then like people buy into it, and then they actually have money and clout to like back up some of the stuff. But it's not because
but they've also been debunked on multiple occasions.
Oh yeah.
And here's my thing. Like Myron doesn't leave the house. He doesn't go out with Fresh. Fresh can go out and party and get his pictures with his celebrities and things like that because he is super nice. He's so far up everyone's ass.
But like pussy,
that,
right?
Huh?
Like he's like a pussy though. He's like a
yeah. It's like he's a pushover. Like I mean, I've been able to get him to drive me home and buy me food and things like that when I've never even kissed the man. You know what I mean? And so like yeah, he's just he's a sweetheart though. I don't think he means ill intention.
Yeah.
He loves women. He just doesn't know what to do with them. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Myron hates women because he has no idea what to do with them. Yep. And so that's the thing. Like I think, and I told Myron, I said, look, I think you got picked on in high school. The pretty girls were mean to you. You probably did their homework, to be honest with you. It's like that classical, high school movie where you're the geek that had his little glow up. Yeah. Just because you figured out what to do in the gym and got some contacts and your teeth whitened does not make you a baller.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so I was like, you have to earn that capability like through your status and through like genuinely building it. And for me and a woman, we see through that bullshit. I mean, we depict that very quickly. Like you can only hold a false face for so long around a woman because we're FBI agents. We ask way too many questions. We wonder what the fuck you're doing, where you're at, why you live in a 1-bedroom apartment that I live in the same exact layout as him. I pay the same amount as him, probably a little bit more because my view's fucking better.
How much is rent there, if you don't mind sharing?
I mean, I pay $35 here, but I got mine back in January. He was here before. He doesn't have as good of a view. I'm sure he pays like maybe $2,800 for his unit, maybe $3. Okay. Maybe $3. Actually, probably $3.
And how did he try to bang you after the interview or after the?
No. Myron never ever tried to touch me again. He's fucking scared of me. So what happened last time was I'm not. I don't want to be quoted on this, but I don't drink a lot.
Sad to say, she's telling the truth, man, because men like Myron, I'm sorry, he got a lot of skeletons in his closet. I mean, I did make a live stream about him being in bed with a man. He was in bed with a man. I'll say it again. He was in bed with a man. That dude was laying on his chest like he was his lover. Okay, Myron got some skeletons in his closet. I don't even think it's skeletons. It's like a freaking graveyard. And it's just the fact that he was a social outcast in high school. That's just it. Fuck. And it's showing. And instead of growing, he could have easily covered this. He could just learn from authentic Al. He could have. I'll say he has the resources, but he didn't want to grow. He just felt he was too big to be given advice by anybody.
I genuinely I'm not a go out kind of person. They kept making me and Selena drinks, and I got really tipsy towards the end. I was slurring my words, and it was so funny because I had a bunch of people pointed out to me, they're like, you were so well spoken and well articulated in the beginning, and then within 20 minutes in, you were like blah, 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 and you had one drink. Yeah. You know what I mean? I literally
you don't have any tolerance. Yeah.
So, but I was wondering if maybe I just had a bad feeling. I don't know if they're doing it to women and that's how they feel like they can dominate them. But it wouldn't surprise me if they were fucking putting something in half of these girls' drinks so that they behave a certain way or they can't,
other girls have said that their drinks were really strong and that's why they
exactly, or even just strong, whatever it may be. But it doesn't seem very fair playing field. Because they've got their little assistant there, making the drinks. And then, they make you take your shoes off when you walk in, by the way. It's this weird thing, because I think Myron's Muslim. And so when you walk into a Muslim's home, you have to take your shoes off.
You're not supposed to drink in a Muslim's home either.
Exactly. Or fucking disrespect women like that. Are you kidding me? Bro. So, anyways, this last time I did, I really put him in his place.
Can you kind of tell the story? I didn't...
A lot of people don't understand that that faith, you actually if they ever read the teachings of that faith, that's their culture to disrespect women. So just a little FYI. Let's keep going.
Somebody just hit me up today and connected me to you, but I didn't watch all the clips yet. And
so I'm telling you now. So I started drinking and things are getting
heavy. JD Miles, if you want to come up, you can come up.
And I do. And so Myron was talking and I could just hear the bullshit seeping out of his pores.
You're lowering it to show cities.
Oh yeah.
You're
sorry. So anyways, he's talking and I literally can just hear the bullshit seeping out of his pores. And I'm over in the background making faces because I'm getting lit and I don't realize that I'm on camera and people are I don't know, I just didn't register, whatever. So Myron looks back because I guess some comments are coming in that bitch is making fun of you behind your back because he wasn't watching. And he looks back and he's like, okay, why are you being so disrespectful? Do you have something to say to me? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I think, and I just kind of went in on him and I let him know. I was like, you depict women because you can't have women like us. Yep. You know what I mean? You're upset about it. And instead of trying to learn the female body, I was like, I bet you don't even eat pussy, huh?
Damn. Finish him. That's it. Finish him. That's what she did. Just finish him. Just dug out his heart. She just punched him in the kidney with those words. Whew. Damn, man. Damn.
I was like, men that don't eat pussy are fucking pussies. And I literally was like, I could probably knock you the fuck out, honestly. If I went in the ring with you, I would. And I was like, bro, I'm from the ghetto. I've been arrested 4 times, right? I actually own a...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I see that with her. I see she would definitely beat the hell out of Myron and Fresh Prince. I see her clawing the hell, beating him, punching him in it. I see her wrecking this man. I'm looking at this chick, how she talks and everything. This chick is not a joke.
A firearm legally? I can lock, load, shoot.
You know they told
I can gut a fish. I can ride a horse. I'm probably more man than you are. Yeah. And more woman.
He pulled a gun on the show. You heard about that, right?
Oh, but no, I did not hear about that.
There's somebody came in to beat his ass. This huge jack dude came in on air. He's come out here and show your face. And Myron had a gun behind his back, and he's step foot in the house, and he was taunting him to come in so he could shoot him.
Oh my god! And see, my thing is, but that's the thing is, so many people want to beat his ass. Half these girls that go on there, they have pimps. They'll go back and they'll fucking sell their pimps and these guys and their mans and their big group of friends. So he doesn't go to the club. I think if Myron went to a club outside and saw the wrong person, something really fucking bad will happen. To be honest with you, in the streets of Miami, because of the way he disrespects women. He's done it. He's got a very bad rep for it. So he doesn't leave the house. It's just Fresh that goes out. Anyways, ends up being like, I'm railing into him and I give him my advice. And then I was like, and you know what? And he goes, you know what, Kate? I was like, let me guess. You're going to ask me to leave now, huh? And I get up and I'm like, I'm excusing myself. This is fucking lame.
Wait, show your butt one more time because everybody can see it. It looks fucking awesome. Can you elevate it higher? Because it's off the camera.
You can tell me to change it. I guess maybe I should move my desk down. Watch this.
Yeah. Oh, you've got an elevated desk? Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I can stand up and stuff.
There you go. Side profile. How many tattoos you got? You got one on the back, right?
Just one down my back, my shoulders, and my finger. I don't have a lot.
Yeah, you got a nice body. You did how many butt things?
4, but I put it all in my hips. It's right here.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, where was I?
Tomb Raider body, Lauren Croft body.
Where was I at?
You were talking about how you were like, hold on, I gotta tell you something, and he had to tell you something.
No. I just kind of was like, you know what? I'm excusing myself. I just came here to crash your fucking podcast and talk some shit. That's what I did. So I'm leaving now, and Selena, and the reason why they also wanted me to have Selena Powell on. They made the whole show about Selena. You know what I mean? Like Selena Powell being on.
Yeah.
But she only went on there because of me. And the whole show ended up being about me anyways. So I just thought it was funny that they even after gave her all the credit, Selena Powell, just to have the name on there to filter through.
Yeah.
So I get up and I excuse myself. And as I'm leaving, he just spews some stuff. He's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get out of my house.
That's his trademark thing. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, I know. It's over your house. Fucking rent here, you little bitch. So that's what I did. I turned around and I was like, your house? Bro, you live in this? I was like, you call yourself a real estate investor? I've sold 75 homes in the last 2 years. And I'm under the age of 27. I know for a fact you don't own one property because anyone who owns a fucking property doesn't come rent a sky-rise condo in the middle of Brickell. It's just, once you reach that financial literacy in life, you don't revert back, in my opinion. So anyways, he's trying to tell everyone he owns 4 properties and shit. I do not think that's the case by any means. And I was kind of, spewing my stuff back. So anyways, they all get up. They follow me to the door. So right here, as you can see, they have, this is the living room area. This is where their podcast area is, right? In their house. So I'm walking across here in the hall and they make you take your shoes off right here in the kitchen area. And I'm wearing these big, tall boots that were part of my outfit. And I go to put one on. And Myron and everyone, they go pull their phones out. They're all live on Instagram or something. I don't know. They wanted me to do something, though. He was waiting to provoke me. He's like, just watch this guy. Watch this, guys. Plus, keep in mind, I had Selena there and one of my really good friends. Who's
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? She got up and they all followed her. Yo. She just basically emasculated this dude. And guess what's going to happen? More women are going to come up on that show. They're not even going to say who they are like she is. They're just going to be low key and probably do the same thing she's doing. And then they're going to repeat the same process. And Fresh and Fit will be no more because they'll start losing subscribers and people are going to know they're a fraud. They don't know now, but it'll be more blatant and obvious.
Oh, he's trying to advertise the bullshit kick out. That's their thing.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I literally was like, why are you following me out of here? Just go sit down, continue your show. If this wasn't part of the show, why would you even get up and leave your show to come follow me?
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo. Anyways, he's trying to get some weird, he's big dick energy up in my face. And he's using his chest and fucking trying to pump me get out of my house, get out of my house. I was like, bro, put my fucking shoes on. So I literally have half of one of my boots on my left leg. He picks up my other boot one of his little bitches fucking opened the door, and he threw my boot out in the hallway. Yeah. And I was like,
trying to power trip, I've covered this a bunch of times. He's just trying to be like the cool guy. That's actually what you said. Like, girls probably treated him like shit when he was younger. They still do. And it's like his revenge. Like, you're like leaving.
And he has some resentment, and he thinks that they owe him something because he's halfway decent now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even worse is like all these impressionable guys that watch this. They're like, oh, this is how a real guy behaves. This is how a real man behaves. We need to like unite against women. And he's like being very toxic.
Oh my God. I'll tell you the end because it did escalate quickly. But so we walked outside and into the hallway, and he was like trying to get again like in my chest and like trying to like almost push me, but not really push me. Right? He was like doing it without putting his hands on me and like getting in my personal space. And I was like, back the fuck up before I knock you the fuck out, because I really could. I strongly believe that I could knock you out. And he's like, what are you gonna fucking do about it? He's like, knock me out. Put your fucking hands on me. And I know he just wanted me to catch a fucking charge because he knows that I have a history of everything. Anyway, so would you
fight him in a ring? Would you fight him in a boxing ring?
Absolutely.
I'll try to set that up.
I would knock him the fuck out. And honestly, if we put up a basketball game too, I'd play him in ball too. I'd ball harder than him too. Take me to a gun range and I outshoot him as well. 1,000%. I don't even think he's like full man. I really don't. I think he's got some weird feminine, he might even be gay and he hates himself for it. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
so anyways, he's like literally getting into my personal space. I let him know that he needs to back the fuck up. I'm out of his house. I'm out of your house now. Like, go back inside and sit down and do whatever it is you do in there. Yep. And he's like, what are you gonna fucking do about it? And I was like, oh. And I fucking hocked a loogie right across his face and down into his shirt. And everyone fucking lost their shit. Like,
did this get captured on camera? Did people see this live?
Oh yeah, it's everywhere. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen it because I genuinely don't care to go watch myself be that belligerent because that's not me. And if
Myron provoked that sucker. He did. That's it. I mean, you already. Myron portrays himself to be something that he's not. And when these fake alphas, these fake gurus do this stuff, they forget that you're going to be interacting with people. You're going to be interacting with women. And some of these women do not bite their tongue. If they feel you're being disrespectful to them, they're going to call you out on it. And women like this will do that. Okay? They will do it. And you will lose your cool, probably do something to it, and you will be in cuffs. That's the thing.
I was sober, I certainly would have probably handled it even like on a more like brutal manner because I can be more savage. But I feel like spitting in someone's face is the ultimate form of disrespect because literally, like, what else could you possibly do? I mean, even more so than hitting someone. And that's what I wanted to show him because I was like, how dare you invite me on your show and into your home, try to belittle me. I ended up making you look fucking ignorant in front of your entire audience. Yep. So then you want to attack me for it. And then the next day, that's when they started the whole lawyer thing. That's when they were like trying to tell everyone that they're going to start sending out this and that. And I was like, bro, you better, if your lawyer comes at me, you better make sure you paid him well. Because I have like 20 lawyers that are friends and daddies and men that will fucking go to bat for me, and I have on retainer more than you could ever come at me with. So, and I will depict you being a black man or a Muslim man living in Miami. Are you even a fucking citizen? I'm wondering. And I'm a Republican-ass woman.
His name's Amru. His name's Amru Foodle, his real name.
I think he's a fucking, what are you, a terrorist or a Democrat? Because honestly, you look like a liberal-ass little bitch to me. And honestly, I'm a Republican woman. I'm a white woman living in America. You want to come at me when you you have it on camera that you were stepping into my space and touching my belongings and physically trying to put me out of your home when I was trying to walk, and you can clearly see that. I was like, that is going to go so badly.
That's really the only reason people watch their channel is they get a big rise off him kicking girls out. Like, he basically invites girls on, makes fun of them, and kicks them out. That's the pattern every time. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not.
And Fresh just sits back there looking like a little frog.
Yeah, he's a
like, just laughing at everyone. You know what I mean? Talking about fucking video games and God knows what else. And it's just like, what's the dynamic here, though? Like, really, what is this?
You were talking about video games?
He's a gamer. He's a big gamer. He's still like a geek, to be honest with you. It's kind of cute. Sorry, I'm gonna turn my light off back here.
That's like there's this coach named Squat and Casanova. He's this Asian video gamer in Vegas, and he's a dating coach. But he said he doesn't even like talking to girls. And then Max Tornov, there's another fucking coach, plays video games all day in Kiev, hires girls for lifestyle shoots, and pretends like he picks them up with game. These guys are all fucking
it could be a big hit in the metaverse, but I don't know about real life.
That makes sense that Fresh is a gamer, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys didn't know that. Yeah, he's big on. He plays a fuck ton of video games. He's smart. He's like geeky, and I think that's why him and Myron are actually friends, because they're both geeks. They're geeks.
Yep.
And I say that with love. Like, I'm not trying to be. I was not the mean girl in high school. Like, I was the loner that smoked weed and like skipped class and whatever. So, but I mean. Like they were the straight A students. They made sure that they got their mommy's approval. That was important to them. And then they just kind of went in their different directions with it, though. Like I said, Fresh is a geek, and he's not good with women, but he's like fascinated with them, and he's all giddy around them, and he's just smiling, and he's trying to be a sweetheart, and he means well. I can honestly say that. And then there's Myron, who I think he's entitled. He feels like he's entitled because he went and got his body in shape, and he did the work, and he has the textbook look for what an ideal man should look like, that women should submit to him naturally without him actually having to understand women or be able to comprehend.
Yeah. And Fresh tries to do it with cars and other bullshit, so they're doing it all.
Yeah, and that's fine, because he doesn't know anything else. He uses his gaming money and his crypto money and all that, and he hangs out with rappers and all that to build this persona. And for me, I think that I told Fresh to that night too. So anyways, then I leave. I spit in his face. Everyone blows up. They're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just did that." And Selena's like, "Oh my god, I'm in love with you." And Selena Powell is like, I don't know if you know who she is. Do you?
No.
Have you Googled her at all?
Only fan girl or what?
Yeah, she's all over No Jumper, like full blown.
Oh, I might have seen. Is she the girl that's all like done like a ton of plastic surgery or no?
Yeah, you'll see. She's gone viral for multiple different things. But so then she grabs me and fucking kisses me, and we start making out like as Myron's like going back to the house, and all the guys are still filming us, and it was just like iconic, honestly. Like Myron literally, as he turned around, was like, "Oh my god, we just got such good footage," literally, as he was like turning around. Because my friend Alex, like I said, my photographer, was there and like kind of the third eye to like observe everything and make sure that like as a man he didn't really like put his hands on us.
Yep. They get all the views from all the fucking drama. So like the fact that
so then we left. So then we leave. But guess what? So Selena knows the number one Instagram hacker, like on the East Coast, right? So she goes, "Say goodbye to your fucking Instagrams. Say goodbye to your Instagrams right fucking now." And they swear to God they thought we were kidding. And as soon as like we called her hacker. And by the time we were upstairs to my house, because I'm like 10 floors above them, both of their fucking Instagrams were down. Fresh's, Myron's, and the Fresh and Fit, all three gone. He took them for 24 hours. So like the first 24 hours after all this had gone down, like it was silent. Like I didn't hear anything. I was like, I wonder like why they haven't posted anything. And then Fresh calls me and he's like, "Dude, they really did take our accounts. Like, what are we like? What did she do? Like, can you help us out? Get it back, whatever." They ended up paying someone. They got them back in a day, and it's fine. But that night, we ended up going out, and we were at Booby Trap, I think, strip club or something, and it was closing because we were leaving. Anyways, Fresh ends up giving us a ride home. He was there, this fucking brand new Lamborghini. And he was like, I'm going to go. Like, I live right next to the Panorama. If you guys want to ride, I'll give you a ride. He's a total gentleman. So I get in the front seat. Selena's in the back seat. And he wants to take us home. And he's like putting his hand on my fucking leg, like in the car. And I'm looking over at him like, not going to happen. You know, he's thinking he's going to come upstairs. And as soon as we get, when we pull up to my house, I mean, he's like, so am I coming up with you? And I was like, is that as easy as you think that this is? Like, is that?
Oh boy. Damn, man. Damn. Wow. So you think just by giving a woman a ride, you entirely get some ass? It's painful. This is painful to just comment on, because it's just showing how these guys are pathetic. You're doing things not from the kindness of your heart, just the fact to try to some ulterior motive to try to get some ass. That isn't cool, man. Nobody likes that. Nobody. If you can't do something from the bottom of your heart, don't do it. Like, I helped a chick out get a job where I worked at, right? And instantly, we had sex. Okay? We would talk on a dating site. She needed help with a job. I helped her out get a job. She got a job. She was happy. We had sex. But you see, my intention was to actually help her out. It wasn't to get ass. See, this is what they don't tell you with these dating coaches and stuff. This stuff has to happen organically. This stuff has to be out of her free will. It has to be a mutual exchange. Communication is a two-way street, and it has to be agreed upon. She doesn't like you. She doesn't like you. There is no way, no game that's going to help her change her mind about you. Those are just the facts.
No, you're not. Like, I'm but I was like, I'm tired. I kind of gave him a little something. Like, I was just like, I'm sorry, but like, maybe I'd love to go to dinner or something this week. Cause I do think he's a sweetie. I do. I don't want to be like a bitch to him, you know? And I was like, I don't know what. And then I said it though. And I was like, and then Selena goes, she's in the background. She's like, dude, she just spit in your best friend's face and you're still trying to fuck her. Like, what the fuck? Like,
he has no balls.
It was just weird. Like, there was some loyalty. I don't know. It was weird.
Exactly. This is what she doesn't respect either one of them because they don't deserve respect. How are you gonna let your best friend gets disrespected and you're gonna go try to fuck the girl that did it? These guys get no ass, none, and they have money to buy a hooker to do it. I hate to say it that way. I'm not a fan of that, but if it's that bad for them, might as well. I'm just saying.
Thing played out at that point. So, anyways, I gave him a little kiss on the cheek, and he gave me this half little piece of the joint because I was like, "Fuck, I want to go smoke some weed, like take a bath and chill." He gave that to me, and I haven't seen him since. But for the next 2 days after that, he was like, "Let's go get food." You said you wanted to go get food. Let's go get food. I'm trying to take you to eat. I'm trying to see you. Like, oh, will you do a YouTube video with me, like where we eat and like ask, like people ask us questions or something? I don't know. It's like we're a fake couple, but I don't know. Regardless, I was just like, is that gonna
You said you want to be a fake couple?
Well, it's a thing on YouTube. Like you play.
Yes, humble
like
servant.
You
there definitely
like
are pussy hounds. That's what they are.
There's a chicken shop.
You try and get questions out of each other or something. I'm not sure.
It's sad.
I don't use YouTube.
This is sad. This is pathetic.
You know? So for me,
I honestly think they have to get run off YouTube. I really do think so.
Sugar daddy scam. I got paid $500 to like pretend to be a little fucking gold digger, which I am anyway. So I was like, okay, I can play this part. So I kind of figured it might be the same thing. So I told him, I was like, well, are you going to pay me to be on your YouTube channel? Because, like, I know you're making money from it, and I'm probably hotter than every other fucking girl you've had on there, no offense, but I just think, like, you know, let's compensate each other accordingly. So, yeah, he did say he would pay me, like, $500 to come on and just make a YouTube video, but I would charge everybody that. Like, that's because I'm an influencer, and I'm whatever, and I bring a personality and looks and everything else to the table that it would actually be interesting. So it's been like a week, almost 2 weeks now. It's kind of died down. I had a bunch of people. Oh, and then so then the next day, my Instagram goes down. So I was like, oh, they probably paid a hacker. Huh?
They fired back?
Yeah, well, I mean, it could have been them. It could have been the people that were getting it deleted the last 12 times it was gone. You know, I don't know. Anyways, mine went down.
We're going to put your links, by the way, in the description. We're going to put your OnlyFans.
Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, I would appreciate that. So that's what happened. They deleted my main page. I got it back, or my backup page, because that's all I had. I got it back. And then my main went down again, and I just decided barely I'm done. Instagram's deleted my accounts 12 times in the last 6 months, and I just don't think,
I got mine deleted too.
Yeah, it's haters though. You know, it's super easy. If like a hater wants to go repeatedly report you, like, and a bot picks it up and you don't have over 100K and you're not verified, they'll take you down in 24 hours. Yep. And for me, like, I just decided, I signed a DNR. I was like, I'm gonna not resuscitate these accounts again. And I'm actually just going to go full time into my real estate. Like, so that's the main page that you messaged me on. That's where the only social media I'll have, basically. I'm a retired Instagram model, and I'm just going to be a badass real estate agent.
How many followers did you have on Insta?
So I built 90,000 in the last year. I made a new account just before starting, after I got my body done and things like that. But I networked with some of the top photographers in the world. I'm best friends with Amanda Nicole, Danny Banks, which are two of the top OnlyFans girls. Worked with Orangutan, walked in the Miami Swim Week. I've been in Playboy, Maxim, FHM. I've worked with Black Tape Project, Paradise Challenge. Multiple.
What did you do for Playboy?
Playboy Mexico. I did a spread for them. If you guys want to see that, you can subscribe to my OnlyFans because it's all over that now because I don't have Instagram. I'm not doing the whole hot girl Instagram.
I've got a lot of guys that would probably want to subscribe to your OnlyFans. Are you able to show like some kind of like more skimpier outfit? Or no?
No, absolutely not. You would have to pay me for that for sure.
That's all.
But I can assure you that it's if you guys saw my Instagram before, you would see all my slutty fucking pictures and be like, "Hey, we're sold." You know what I mean? But I promise you, it's actually a free subscription, and then the other stuff is in the DMs. So when you first subscribe, you'll see all the slutty lingerie, bent over pictures from all my portfolio and photo shoots that I've done over the last 2 years. So
okay, what's the name of the OnlyFans?
It's kj.co.
kj.co.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of my brand. I'm a .co girl, and KJ is K Jenkins. So yes.
Nice. Yeah. Did you have anything else to add in about all this story? I watched something on YouTube, and it seemed like Myron was getting he was trying to cut you off before you could tell too much. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. No. I know because he didn't necessarily want me to give the details that other girls wouldn't be able to project in a way that the world would see as truth, because girls do get nervous. They do trip on their words. You know, I'm a public speaker. That's what I do. So when I'm going to have a conversation with someone, whether it's in front of 20 people or we're in the same, just us one-on-one, I'm going to articulate myself to where I know I sound like what I'm fucking talking about. You know what I mean? And a lot of these girls, and I listen to them when they answer questions. They're like, "Oh, well, I want a man who loves me and is loyal." And I'm like, "What the fuck did you just say?" I can't even. Yeah. So I think he knew that. That's why he was trying to cut me off immediately. You know, and Fresh told me the night before. Oh, so there was a couple other things. When I was saying goodbye, I was giving him a hug and promising I'll see him soon, whatever. And it's funny because one of my other little tricks had just pulled up to the building, and I was looking over at him, and I was like, I'm gonna get out of this car and walk over there to another man, and he's gonna see that watch, but whatever. So when I was, the whole way home though,
it doesn't fucking matter as long as you own it, right?
The whole way home though, I was telling him, I was like, dude, you need to leave Myron. I'm like, you need to split up. It's been great, but I would go your separate ways, because as you can clearly see, he's not really good for your brand. I mean, no one fucking likes him. None of the artists that you have come on I mean, really, most of those connections do come from Fresh because of the people that he meets in the nightlife. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you're doing all the work, and then here's Myron just fucking depreciating it because he has no fucking human respect. You know? So I was giving him like key points as to why he should like just go do his own thing and why he's the star. I was like, you're the star and you should do this, and try to convince him to try to just do his own thing. And he's like, honestly, like I can't say much, but I'm fully aware of the circumstances. So I don't know what that meant, but there's one other thing that I wanted to say.
Well, he's frauding out hard too, like with all the fake press releases, fake movie star or fake pop, music star, and like they say that he's 20 in the press releases. He's not fucking 20 years old.
I think he's closer to like 30, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. No, they just make up all this shit in the paid press releases. It's all bullshit. He wears the CEO chain. He was working for a website builder company called Wix.com less than a year ago. So all this shit in the past year has just been like this massive front and like scam.
Social media gives you the ability to do that. You know what I mean?
It's fascinating that they got so big so quick, all on a house of cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, I've always believed that if your foundation isn't solid, it'll fall apart eventually, and you'll have to rebuild. I've done that. I've thought I built my empire 3 or 4 times, and it fucking crashed and burned because I didn't have a solid foundation. And that's why I've had the success that I have, because I continue building, and my foundation gets stronger every single time.
See, that's the thing. She has a legitimate. She's real. She's honest with what she does. Myron is not. Fresh Prince CEO is not. Prince CEO is probably doing the work that Authentic Alpha was probably doing, and he has to be nice and kiss butt and stuff. He can't really be a person that's honest and has a backbone. And that's the sad thing about these people, because these people are fake now, and it's coming out. And these people should have just humbled themselves, like, okay, we're faking it till we make it. Fake it till we make it. And we keep our contacts. We do not shit on these people because they helped us build. But they don't understand this, especially when you're dealing with women who are in this industry. Some of them, they're not all dumb. They're not all stupid. They will check you. And a woman like this will be a great ally in your business, but they decide to mess that up, messing up the bag.
Now you have the foundation of the huge tits and ass now.
I guess so. I have that. I have everything that I've ever for myself, and I think that's the thing.
See, I like how he's talking here, because he's just, all right, she's an Instagram model, she's an IG model. You don't have to be timid talking to her. Just like, okay, you got nice tits and stuff. But this is what she does. This is her brand. This is how she sells herself. He's a dating coach. She's into this IG model Playboy thing. Okay. And, this is what she does. And just talking, shooting the shit. That's all. But Fresh Prince is shy as hell. So that just shows the background, and they don't belong in the dating field. I'm no dating coach either. I'm not. I just talk about my experiences, talk about current events, and I talk about things like this. That's all. I don't try to be Fresh Prince CEO and making up stuff that I don't live.
I don't necessarily need a man.
Yep.
I would want one, and when I do want one, I want him to be everything that I've ever wanted. I don't feel like I have to settle. And so, again, Myron just doesn't accept the fact that everyone just kind of has their own ideology, and that even if he doesn't agree with us, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's all right. Everyone's allowed to have their different opinions and things like that. But there's a way to respect point of views and perspectives that way, I mean, you can get your point across and utilize your platform to inspire people. And I think, honestly, if he was more authentic, he would sell a lot more, whatever he's trying to sell. You know what I mean? But I think it's a universal law that if you have ill intentions, you'll constantly hit a battle that you're unable to defeat, because you're fighting frequency and energy. And when you're putting negative shit out there constantly and expecting all this success, it's contradicting. And I think that's what he's built his entire whatever on. And it's been inflated with air, and it's about to fucking pop.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're aware of the latest developments, but 2 days ago, or it might have even been yesterday, basically YouTube is giving them 7 days because they went and put out fake copyright strikes, false copyright strikes on all these people's videos that talked about them, but they're just abusing the copyright system. They're trying to get people's channels deleted. And so YouTube sent them a letter. Some guy published this and it said you have 7 days to like back up like why you made these claims. And if it's not sufficient, we're going to delete your channel. So yeah.
That's why they did that. So that's why they're behaving that way. Well, I really hope they don't. And then the whole fucking empire, look at that. And that's what I mean, is that they came in with ill intentions, trying to depict other people's platforms instead of just like, here's another thing.
That's another thing. Fresh Prince just letting Myron take over the show and just talk. He doesn't say anything. Thanks for letting me know about that, humble servant. I mean, I watch it sometimes, not much. Doesn't interest me. The show's going to go down because of Myron. If it gets deleted, it's going down because of Myron. Myron's at fault. Period. That will be funny if Fresh Prince starts speaking his mind. If that happens, I will laugh my ass off if that happens.
If you're going to build like that and you want to be this huge platform, you have to understand that you're going to get hit from every which direction. You're going to have people falsifying your information. I had so many pages make fake Kay Jenkins model pages and they take my art and not tag me and whatever. And I don't go look for it. And I certainly don't go report pages or report things like that because I know that when I put that out there, it just comes right back to me. Yeah. So they're going out there and intentionally trying to destroy other people's whatever instead of just focusing on themselves. Like what you focus on expands, you know what I mean? And they're apparently focusing on all of this destruction, and so they're destroying themselves. Yep. Instead of just being like, all right guys, thanks for the fucking clout, have a great day, and keep moving on and keep producing. They have to go in, and it's Myron. I guarantee you it's Myron. And it's because he has this power trip of control, having to feel like his dick is bigger than everybody.
You experienced it firsthand. You're leaving peacefully, putting on your shoes, and he's like, get out, screaming at you.
I heard you first time, like I'm already on my way. So
that's awesome. You spit in his face, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was well deserved, and I give credit where it's due and disrespect where it's due.
Is there any possible chance, because this would make it like 10 times more awesome, is there any possible chance that you could have like given a blowjob that day and there was like cum in the spit or no?
Probably not. No.
This dude's a savage. Oh. You nasty as hell, but it's savage. Oh man.
But I mean, whatever fucking he put in my drink and tried to fucking put in my drink, I spit it right back on him. So. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, do you have any last things to add? We can shout out your stuff here.
Not much. I mean, if you guys are, looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in either Utah or Florida, I'm very good at my job. Or if you, want to see me naked and do some freaky things, subscribe to my OnlyFans because I kind of do both. And I'm just rocking it right now. I really don't care. I've got both sides. People are gonna accept me and love me.
You should put them together and be like.
All right, I'm gonna check out the Myron stuff right now. I'll check that out. This chick just basically just total beast. Just freaking ate him alive. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. No, I'm not going to get a copyright strike. I thought about it and I don't want no problems right now. I just don't. I'm not gonna do it. It would be nice, but I'm not gonna go that route because I don't want a copyright strike. You don't know what Myron and Fresh and Fit is up to now. So, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was sad. It really was, because you just see how pathetic these guys really are. Why don't pretend to be somebody you're not? Okay, you're not an alpha. You're not an alpha. You're not this dating coach. You're not a dating coach. That's it. And it's real low to just bring women up there, to mock them, because you don't bring women up there to challenge you, to actually make the show more interesting and mentally stimulating. That there's actually a meeting of the minds, and there's exchanging ideas, and you can respect people's different beliefs and try to learn. But no, you want to bring on girls that you can devour in the debate. It's kind of like Candace Owens challenging Cardi B to a debate. When Cardi B's niche is hip hop, it's not politics. And then feel like, oh, I crushed Cardi B. No. You brought somebody that has nothing to do with your environment, with your element, and then think you got a victory. Anyway, I'm done with Fresh and Fraud. Tell me what you think in the comments. Everything about this channel is in the description box. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.